All right, I have a Fish Tales customer with a sound issue. The symptoms are he started up a game, there was no game sound, but there was kind of a hum. And then I think in about ball 2 maybe, suddenly the sound started working. So the first thing I'm gonna ask you to try is to reseat the ribbon cable. So I'm gonna walk you through that on our Fish Tales just in case it helps to have the visual of what you're looking for. So first of all, we need to find the key for the back box. So I'm gonna open up the coin door. Your back box key might be on the key ring with your coin door key, or it might be on a hook inside. So this is often where I find the back box keys, is on a hook in the coin door. Sometimes it's hanging like over here or something like that. If you don't find it there, maybe check in the coin box. Next, you're going to insert the back box key up here. There's a little black lock, usually is labeled H95, and you're going to turn it. Next, you're going to lift from this channel right here. Next, you may see a screw here. We sometimes put that there for shipping to prevent this door from swinging open. If you see a screw there, remove it. If not, go ahead and lift this latch and open up the light panel so that you can see the boards. Okay, in the back box, there's multiple boards, but we're just looking at the soundboard. The soundboard is this one right here. We're going to reseat the ribbon cable associated with the soundboard. But as you can see, this ribbon cable plugs in 4 different places, and we're just gonna reseat all 4 just to be extra thorough. So first, if you have any static built up, it helps to touch a ground plane to kind of discharge that so you don't shock the actual board accidentally. No big deal, just give this a touch before you move anything. All right, I'm gonna reseat each part of this ribbon cable. So the key is to try and jiggle it loose by the black part, or sometimes this is white, the plastic part here. And then line it up with the pins to put it back in. So you'll see 2 rows of holes and 2 rows of pins. You just want to line it up so that no pins are hanging off the edge. And just take your time so you don't accidentally plug it in off by a pin. So once you plug it back in, check all sides of it so that you don't see any pins hanging off. It'll be a little bit easier for you to see in person. Next is going to be this one. And this one has kind of a newer cable on it, so it has pretty good grip. Sometimes they come off a little bit easier. Once again, in person, be extra careful, look at it closely from all sides, take your time. Make sure you have it plugged in correctly, make sure it's pushed in all the way. If it doesn't feel like it's going in easily, check to make sure a pin isn't bent or something like that, and don't force it. Let's move on to the next one, which is right here. Double check that one. If it's impossible to see the pins, you can sometimes feel with your hand if any pins are hanging off. Next is going to be this connection right here. Double check it. Okay, and then just kind of go around and make sure it feels like everything's plugged back in. So this is one of the #1 things to try when you have sound cutting in and out. It's almost like in his case, it's missing the sound data, not necessarily like a speaker or something like that. And this is something that can jiggle loose when the game is shipped. And so it's a great first place to start. So reseat those and let us know if the symptom has changed. If it hasn't changed, then we'll go on to next steps. We can even send you a replacement board if we need to. All right, let's close it back up. course, we did this all with the gain powered off. So I'm gonna latch this back into place. Grab your back glass. You're gonna start it in the top channel first. And then put it in place like that. Move my price tag back out here. Go ahead and turn the key to lock it and pull it out. And then put the key back where you found it. I'll go ahead and show you what ours does when I turn it on. And there's even a sound test. First of all, listen. Did you hear that tone? We call that the bong. I didn't come up with that term, somebody else did. But one bong is good. That means things are working correctly on the soundboard for the most part. If there's multiple bongs, that's kind of a diagnostic to tell you there's something wrong. And the amount of bongs that it has tells you what's wrong. So tell me if there's more than one bong or no bong at all. Next, let's run a sound test. This is kind of a controlled way to test the sound and music. So these are the menu buttons: enter, up, down, and back. By up and down, it's more of a right and left. All right, black button to enter, black button again, right red button to go to tests, black button to enter, red button to go to sound and music, black to enter. There's a delay there, it scared me. Okay, so it's gonna play each song for a few seconds. So you can use this to maybe notice if there's any sounds that seem to be missing. It'd be pretty unusual for one of these not to work, but it's a good way to tell the gain to consistently make sound, so I can see if it's cutting out. If you want it to repeat a certain sound, you can hit enter, like that. All right, I'm gonna hit the back button until I get out. Mine's at a pretty low volume. Here's how you change the volume up and down. Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave it like that. Hopefully this was helpful. Let us know if we can help you further.